Avenue Radio.
Welcome to the coronavirus pandemic. I'll take coronavirus for 100. Fever, chills, shortness of breath, loss of taste or smell. What is staying home and isolate? Correct. Coronavirus for 200. Inability to stay awake, persistent pain or pressure in chest, trouble breathing. What is seek immediate help? Correct.
Coronavirus for 500.
Crippling and potentially dead infectious disease eliminated the United States with vaccination.
What is the polio vaccine?
Correct.
I'll take coronavirus for 700.
The Daily Double. Should I take the coronavirus vaccine? Wait. Hold up. This is not a game. It's time for serious discussions. We have coronavirus vaccines, but not everyone is comfortable taking them. Here's the facts. Based on what has been proven about vaccines for other diseases, COVID-19 vaccine may help keep you from getting seriously ill, even if you do get the virus. Getting vaccinated also may protect people around, particularly those at greater risk for severe illness from COVID-19. We don't yet have all of the answers. Get informed, talk to your healthcare physician, and make the right decision for you. This is a message supported by the Washington State Department of Health.
Kind of nonsense conversation are we having here?
The Neon Goat Show. The Neon Goat Show. Right here on Rainier Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Right about now.
Rainier Avenue Radio.world. I am so tired. I have to pee.
This message is brought to you by Public Health of Seattle and King County, the Washington Department of Health, Washington Chapter AAP, and Within Reach. No matter where your classroom is, whether in person or online, routine vaccinations protect your child from serious diseases like measles, mumps, and chickenpox, and they keep your child safe, healthy, and thriving. Need help finding a provider? Visit ParentHelp123.org or call the Help Me Grow Washington hotline at 1-800-322-2588.
Here with the Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Update. You can listen to us in your car 24/7 anytime by downloading the free TuneIn app. Once you do, search Rainier Avenue Radio. And remember, do not curse out your fellow drivers. This has been your Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Update.
Hi. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Clean Greens Living Live, broadcasted off of Rainier Avenue Radio. It's your host, Queen Bree, and your girl, Robyn T. What's going on, Robyn?
Hi, Queen Bree. Love everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Our broadcast.
Oh, Robyn. Robyn, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. While Robyn's getting situated with her, let's hear you now. No, you keep going in and out.
Okay.
But what Robyn was saying is, thank you for joining us. We are coming live to you from unceded Duwamish territory, aka Seattle, Washington. Our original theme music is by Cuddy Fresh, known as Carrie Williams. If you would like to donate to the Duwamish territory, you can visit them at www.realrentduwamish.org. Hey, Robyn.
Hi, can you hear me with this?
Oh my God, that's so much better.
Okay, sorry. Every week it's a different thing, and I always do the same stuff, but I am very happy to be here and glad that you all can hear me now. Sorry about that. We have a really fun show. We have a lot of cool announcements, and I know you can't tell that because we look so amazing right now, but Breon and I were both at the farm earlier. If I showed you my nails, you would tell, because there is dirt all in them no matter what I do. So we're having a lot of fun at the farm. We've got some cool stuff to tell you about that's coming up this weekend, and a really beautiful guest. So I'll kick it back over to Bree.
I was just thinking, I was like, should I post my before picture about where we're at the farm? I look so dead and crazy. Anyways, so here's what's happening with Clean Greens. These are our announcements. Our kids program is starting this Saturday. I'm super excited about that. It's the introductory. I love the kids. The kids love to come out and learn. They learn how to garden. They learn how to eat real foods. They learn the importance of food and social justice. They learn the importance of giving back. So we're super excited about that. If you want to donate to the kids program or want your children to join the kids program, please visit us at www.cleangreensfarmmarket.com and email us and let us know, or email us at blackdollarcleangreens@gmail.com. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that was perfect.
I always get that email wrong. Also, we have another class for adults. Angeli from Altogether Lovely will be teaching a 4-week class on how to garden yourself in your backyard. You don't even have to have a backyard. You can have a patio. You can garden outside your front door. We have like a little garden outside that's kind of dying, so I can't wait to hear her tips on how to garden. But she'll be teaching you how to garden, how to eat the foods, what is good for you and what is good for your health. So that starts this week. Join us at our market. Our market is live. We're 4 weeks in. Markets and CSAs. Am I talking too fast? Market and CSAs, come visit us at 116 21st Avenue, 11 a.m. this Saturday. We have the kids program. We have teaching classes about gardening, feeding your feeding yourself in your own hands, and our market, where our free fresh giveaways. Also, we have gear. We have hats, we have bags, we have shirts. Come visit us. So after that mouthful, I am excited about our guest. She was a vendor at our Clean Greens opening. And because the Clean Greens opening went so well, we're going to invite people back in about 2 weeks, is it? To do the plaza again. So we're going to try to keep this plaza going, because as much as we want to as much as we want to feed our community, we also want to support our small businesses and our Black businesses. So we are going to be offering spaces for vendors. So if you know a vendor, please tell them to reach out to us, because we will be having vendors come and be able to sell their product. Today we have a vendor that was at our grand opening, and I'm excited to have her because vegan has always been on my mind. Vegan has always been on my mind, but vegan has always been in the back of my mind, because I know that I have a sweet tooth, and I'm like, what can I eat as a vegan that's sweet, that's going to be so fulfilling? And this guest has it for us. She was at our grand opening. I tried her Pop-Tart, and it's literally, I can still taste it. Her name is Evelyn Johnston. She is the owner of Hunny Bun Bakery. How cute. I love that name. She is the baker. She is the owner. She is the baker, honey. She is the mom. She just had a baby. She opened her business during the pandemic while pregnant. She has a passion for creating comfort food with a fun twist. She's in Tacoma, but she does come out to pop-up shops in Seattle. She loves sweets, duh, and zombie movies. Ooh, you like zombie movies? Everybody, welcome on the show, Evelyn Johnston.
Hello. Oh
Hi, Evelyn. How are you?
Hi, Evelyn.
I'm doing so good. I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I have a little bit.
Oh, don't feel nervous. I hear when you feel nervous, that's when you really do the best work. If you're not nervous, that's when you should be scared.
Ooh,
And Evelyn you've just been home and it's been a pandemic, but Evelyn is just like we are. She could host this show personality wise, I'm telling you. So don't even worry. You're here to hang out with us. We're going to.
And if it makes you feel better, I get nervous every weekend, especially when I have to read these bios. And
yes, I used to do like freaking musical theater in high school. And every time I would like literally have like real roles, and I would be stressed every time.
I'm like blew it out the water.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
So Evelyn, Hunny Bun Bakery. So tell us about Hunny Bun Bakery.
So Hunny Bun Bakery just kind of came out of the fact that I was like stuck in the house and very pregnant and just wanting to eat all the sweets. And like you said, it's very difficult being vegan and having a big sweet tooth, especially if you're somebody like me who like has a lot of nostalgia connected to food and a lot of like, just a lot of my good memories from when I was a kid always involve something sweet. And while that's not always the best thing because sugar's not always the best for you, I feel like I'm cheating that, like I'm bypassing that by making it cruelty free. Then I'm like, it's okay because not that many beings had to suffer. So I'm okay with eating this whole cake, maybe. But I don't know. I just really just started getting into it. My partner right now, Kevin, he's Big Kevin. There's Little Kevin, and then there's Big Kevin. And he really started encouraging me when we first started dating. And he was like, he's been vegan for about 7 years now. And we were both vegan separately before we came together. And then he was like, man, I just haven't been, being able to indulge in any of these things. And like, he has a daughter, she's about 5 now. It's like her birthdays and stuff like that. It's not like, it's not like she gets to have all the regular, quote, regular stuff. So it became really important to me that kids whose parents are like super conscious of stuff, be able to get all the treats and all the things too. Because you don't want your kids to feel weird because you're like, hey, we got to reduce our carbon footprint. And also like, I don't want to eat negative energy, like I don't want my kids to look like they're weird. So that was the biggest motivation, honestly, was that I wanted to make something that was like bang on, like exactly what you remember from when you're a kid. Like, yes, creamsicle flavor, or like, that's the exact chocolate cake from Matilda, like that I always wanted so bad, and now here it is in my face, and it's vegan, and so I can eat it. Yeah.
Let's talk about, before we get into all the yummy things you make, let's talk about being vegan, because you mentioned carbon footprint and you mentioned negative energy. How did you get started on the vegan journey, and why do you think it's important for people to think about it more?
Yeah. Also, sorry if you can hear a baby crying. We got lots of babies in this house. There's always somebody who doesn't want to take a nap. So
it's okay. My son just busted through the door asking, can he have something everywhere?
Yeah. My son's like sleeping in the bathroom. Yeah. So I actually started my vegan journey because of my ex, who was super into like Vedic culture and was talking about like his journey through non-harm, and about not consuming flesh because of not wanting to hurt anybody or anything. And so I just started doing it just because I'm like one of those people who just will always try something once. And I'd flirted with no meat when I was a kid, but really like I didn't have a lot of support from my parents. Obviously they're not going to like make me whole separate meals just because I didn't want to eat meat. And my dad is like literally, he's like a cattle rancher in Texas now. So he's like the opposite. So it took having somebody who was going to be vegan anyway and living with them, and then having this like feeling in the back of my mind that like, I don't know, I just felt bad. I just felt wrong about it, like not from a perspective of like, well, I don't think we're supposed to eat meat, but more from a perspective of like how we get our meat is not how we were meant to get meat. Like if we really wanted to like get meat before, we would have had to chase that animal down, kill it as a group, and then have to like go through and use every part of its body. You know what I mean? We're not doing that. We're just putting a bunch of cows smashed together in a big metal box somewhere, feeding them GMO corn, letting them poop on each other and get infections and stuff, and then letting them suffer their whole lives. I don't want to eat that. That sounds gross, honestly. And the combination of the knowing that and recognizing that I was like living with this dissonance and being like, but I like the way it tastes, and like not being able to disconnect from that was what really like pushed me when my then partner had decided to go back to eating meat again. I really couldn't do it. So even though I had like, gone back on it, I just couldn't enjoy it. Like I couldn't enjoy pizza in the middle of the night. I couldn't enjoy fried chicken. I couldn't go to Ezel's. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't stand outside and smell the chicken air and be like, this sounds good right now, because I knew too much at that point. And knowing about like stress hormones and about how like our hormones run everything in our body, So if we're another being and we're stressed our whole entire lives, from the moment that we're conceived through, forced means, to the moment that you just die and collapse from being overworked, essentially, you just stressed and horribly, horribly sad and depressed. Like they feel pain just like we do. They feel stressed out just like we do. They, it's like being captive and just knowing that eventually you're going to die. And knowing that those hormones are kept in the body for periods of time, and knowing that I'm then eating somebody who felt like that their whole life, just knowing that energy is transferred and it doesn't go anywhere, it just didn't all sit right with me. So I just couldn't do it anymore. And that's all sounds very grave. And animal agriculture has a good part of it too. And knowing that, like there's no amount of recycling that I can do that will make up for eating a cheeseburger. So I like, that's the other part of it for me. So yeah, that's not much fun as like cupcakes and stuff. So.
Well, we can get to the cupcake part, but it's like we are not afraid to talk about serious things on this show as well, even though we have fun. And that's a real true thing, is the animal agriculture. I mean, aside from that, the pain the animals feel, but the amount of water and resources it takes, it's a real huge impact on the earth. And if you're not participating in the animal agriculture, it does save a lot of water and reduces carbon emissions in a big way. And that's because of the big factory farms. That's not the way that people used to get meat. And there are, a very small percentage of people who do. And there's there's better ways to get meat, but it's easy to just decide like, oh, I'm not going to participate in that. And then find fun things to eat. There's a lot of other fun things to eat. And I love that you, and I kind of know this, you did meet your partner now, Big Kevin, at a restaurant. It's also a Black-owned restaurant, and they have a Seattle location, and they have Tacoma location, sister restaurant, right? And those are vegan.
Yeah, shout out to Plum Bistro and Quickie too. They're the best. Literally, the women who run those shops, they're literally the best. I can't say enough about the Howell family. They're wonderful. I love them. I loved working for them. They're great. Go eat their food. It's bomb. Like, literally, McKinney, she's the one who owns Plum Bistro, and she got to go to, she catered, I believe, a all vegan spread at a James Beard Foundation like banquet dinner. So basically they're talking about plant-based cooking, and she got to like make the food that they were talking about. You know what I mean? Like I just thought that was so amazing.
That is amazing.
But yeah, being vegan has made me like love vegetables, and has broken my bad relationship with cheese, which is also great because me and cheese were bad lovers. And yeah, with the animal agricultural stuff, like that was just a big one. And then knowing that like they often put like pig farms in predominantly Black neighborhoods or areas where it's rural and really low income, and there's no other kind of jobs. So if you want a job at all or to pay your family, you have to go work there, and you have to just like abuse and kill animals all day, and that sucks. That's like so scarring and so traumatizing for people to have to do that all the time. And then on top of that, they dump all of the waste from those animals in the nearby waterways. So like it just stinks. It's disgusting. All the groundwater is contaminated. Like it's just all bad all around. So
those are reasons to become vegan.
Yeah.
Right?
And I
Those
had the
are
money.
reasons.
Yeah,
Huh?
I had the money too. Also, that's the biggest thing is I had the money at the time. If I hadn't had the money to be able to go vegan, I don't know if I would have so easily been able to like make the transition. But then I was living off of EBT for a little bit too. So I was doing vegan on my food stamps for anybody who doesn't know what EBT is. And, you know, I was living that rice and beans lifestyle for a little while, that bag salad lifestyle. So
there's like some books and vegan chefs and online people I think that specialize that, like vegan on a budget or vegan on EBT and things like that. So it is possible, even though
it is possible.
It seems like it's not, and hopefully it's going to become more accessible. And you know, Clean Greens is out here giving away veggies, so at least if you're local. At least if you're
I was going to say that's the thing when you say. I'm glad you mentioned being vegan on a budget. If you're thinking about being vegan on a budget, like she said, Clean Greens is giving away vegetables, so there's a start there. You got your veggies, but then a good friend of mine's mentioned starting off one meal at a time. Trying to replace meat with a different option a few weeks at a time. So that is one way to help. And then also helping when we talk about, oh gosh, that word just went out of my mind. When we talk about saving the earth.
Environmentalism.
No, the other word we talked about, it's like I was out at the farm. I feel like I gave the kale all I had. It'll come to me right when the show's over. But when we talk about saving our earth, great conversations, ladies. Yes, hormones have a major play. However, science also has shown that redox signals impacts hormones. I have experienced this psychological and biochemical benefits of a plant-based lifestyle since May 2019, and so thankful. This is from Marlena.
I love that. Marlena has her date. She went vegan in there.
Right.
Yeah, Marlena.
Share Marlena.
Powerful.
But yeah, so we're helping saving the earth. If you think about what she said, how they dump the animal waste, all the water that they use, how they treat the animals. We always talk about you are what you eat. We always talk about energy, transferring energy. That's even with what you eat as well. So just making sure that we're doing our part. So let's get to the fun part, because Clean Greens, we want to educate and we want to give you all the options. We want to give you all the healthy lifestyle options. We also want to make it fun. So let's talk about these nice little baked goods. I tried the Pop-Tart. I definitely can still taste the Pop-Tart. It tasted really good. Like I taste the cream on the top. I taste the filling, and the bread was so nice, moist, thick. It was not your regular Pop-Tart. Like it was really good. So let's talk about, how did you get the right measurements to make it feel like you're not eating vegan?
You know, a big part of it has to do with like being able to use the products that you have available to you. So like, can't just use regular butter. I can't just use regular sugar. Even you have to use organic sugar, and even that will like come in a coarser grind. So there's all kind of stuff that you have to learn how to use to adapt. But basically, it's just like a lot of trial and error. Like everybody in my house eats all kind of reject food all the time. So that's most of what it is. There's some stuff like some of my recipes, I take like my grandma's recipes or my partner's grandma's recipes. So like at the Clean Greens market, I brought some chocolate zucchini bread. That is my my partner's grandma's recipe, and she gave it to me a little while ago. She was like, I don't know if you'll want this because it's got eggs in the recipe. And I was like, I got this. Like, I can totally veganize this for you. So I made some, and then it ended up selling out, which was really great. So she was over the moon. She was so tickled. She was so happy to find out that everybody had really loved that recipe, and I was really happy to be able to share with everyone too.
That's nice.
Yeah. I think the first thing that I did was like the first sale I did was my pie sale. And that was like before everything was like really official, because now I have like an actual business license and like permits and things.
Look at you.
I know. But before I had all that stuff, I was like just kind of dipping my toes in, like, is anybody actually gonna like this stuff? And I ended up doing this pie sale like around the holidays in November, and so I had to put a cap on it. Yeah, I had to put a cap on it because I was like, I have like a new baby because my son was like 2-3 months old at the time. So I was like, I have a brand new baby and I had to make like 25 pies. So I didn't know I was going to have to do that, but it ended up giving me the confidence I had to really like go for it and stop listening to like everybody being like, no, you should do this. Why don't you sell these things? Why aren't you doing these? I love it when you make this thing, you know, and just going into like the stuff I really wanted to make, which is stuff like Pop-Tarts, the things that I like to eat all the rejects for.
That's good. Always listen to yourself like that. That's a hot business tip too. Everyone's going to tell you what to do.
Right. People will try to tell you what they think that your purpose is or what they think you should be doing. And it's always good. That's the one thing that I can say that has come out of COVID is that majority of people have had time to sit with themselves and to really think about their lives and to be like, this isn't working. What was happening isn't working, and what can work for me and what is working for you is a real need. Because I think one of the main reasons why people don't want to go vegan, I know for me, speaking for myself, is like, I have a huge sweet tooth. And as a woman, I'm sorry to share this with everyone, when it's that time of the month, I want a really good
chocolate.
Yes.
I want chocolate.
It's a real thing.
Chocolate cake.
It's real. I remember my cousin, he didn't believe it's a real thing. I'm like, it's a real thing. I can't explain it. It just makes it feel better. Yeah. And you're out here and you're bringing this goodness to us. And it's really good. And I really appreciate you for doing this.
Oh my gosh. I really hope that I can work another market for you guys that's not 100-something degree day so that I can bring you some cupcakes. Because I have really been like going off with these cupcake flavors lately and people have really been snatching them up. I did some Girl Scout cookie flavored cupcakes for a little while. So I was doing Thin Mint, Tagalong, Samoa, and lemonades. So I had a bunch of little cute cupcakes. I took them down so people would stop ordering them because I needed to stop.
Oh my God.
You are hot commodity.
It was hot. I was doing my best. I have been doing like just like any custom orders right now. Honestly, I've just been trying to do anything that people want so that I can kind of test out what I'm doing, if that makes sense. So like,
that's like
I've been doing wedding cakes. I've been doing birthday stuff. I've been doing baby showers, gender reveals, like everything.
Your cakes are so beautiful. I'm glad you brought that up because I really wanted to say something about that. Your cakes are so beautiful. So for the special events, you'd be lucky to get a special order and get in there for that because they're amazing.
Get in there before I change my prices because right now I'm not like super duper busy and I don't have like a big space to work in, but I'm getting my hands on a kitchen real soon, which means I'm about to be able to have products for wholesale. So putting them in cafes nearby in the Tacoma area and probably eventually Seattle if I can. And then B, that means I can just crank out a bunch of different things. So I'll be able to do a lot more. And that's super exciting. So that's also more exciting.
Listen, I was like, I need to put my birthday order in. My birthday's next month. I'm going to put that order in real quick.
Yeah, get in there before I change these prices up because then I'm going to be like, you know what, you guys? Because I really I've been getting into it. Like I did a wedding cake just a couple days ago. I had a wedding cake. And it had like a blackberry filling and like a lemon cream cheese frosting. And it was a lavender cake. It was so yummy. I did not think that it was like, I was like, this is going to be a good cake. But I didn't know it was going to be like a great cake. And I was very happy about it. And the lavender was so exciting.
Where can people? I don't want to run out of time before you could tell people where they can find you, how they can put their order in, where to follow you at.
Yeah, follow me at Hunny Bun Bakery on everything. It's HUNNY because it's like a fake honey, not a real honey. Because vegans don't eat honey, you guys. And then honeybunbakery.com is also my website. So you can always hit me up on there. You can hit me up on Instagram. I will answer really quickly because I'm usually on my phone. And yeah, I'm available to do stuff every day of the week now. And so if you have an office situation on Wednesday and a party on Friday, I got you for both.
All right. Well, we hope that you can come back to be a vendor. The weather has cooled down. It has been a little chill lately. So, yeah, when we did the grand opening, it was hot. And then later on that week, it was 100 degrees. I can't believe I survived it. Can't believe we survived it. We killed it. The sun kind of killed me a little bit, but we're back.
We're back. We all made it. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for coming and talking to us.
Thank you. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Thanks for having me on. I love seeing your beautiful faces. I love just talking to you guys in general.
Likewise.
We'd love to have you. Go support Hunny Bun Bakery. Up next is an encore broadcast of Traffic Jam. You guys are tuning in to Clean Greens Living Live, broadcasted off of Rainier Avenue Radio. Thanks for joining.